Well, folks, we're back in studio. It is episode 46, season 2 of the Daily Intermission podcast. We are fresh off our trip to the 6, Toronto. Nate, how we feeling?
We're feeling all right, minus the allergies.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. It's the worst year ever. That hotel we stayed at, oh my God, it was a zoo.
The Toronto trip was truly incredible. Yes, we'll start things off in the hotel, Nate. The pregame show is brought to you by Manscaped. Go use code TDI at manscaped.com for 20% off, free shipping. But yes, you're right. I mean, it was close to the airport. So the golf course that we were watching, the Canadian Open at St. George's, was about 10 minutes from the hotel. And like Nate said, absolute hum show.
Oh my God, dude. It was the most cigarettes smoked per capita at that place. You couldn't go outside the building without there being at least 40 people out there ripping darts at any given time. Like 5 a.m, we were trying to catch our flight. Still 40 people down there probably.
So we had this conversation a few weeks back on a YouTube live. Where do you think in the world smokes the most cigarettes? I'm convinced that hotel smokes the most cigarettes per capita in the world.
Other than that, it'd be like, what, like England? Don't they absolutely hum darts?
I think China.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would kind of make sense.
Yeah.
A lot of people there too.
Yep.
Bound to work out. But holy hell.
So the hotel had a beautiful restaurant downstairs, had a Starbucks, and also had a convention center. And in this convention center was a dart tournament. And it is
week-long dart tournament.
It goes without saying that if you play darts, you also smoke darts.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
It was funny when I walked in, one of the times the greeter comes in, he's like, "Good luck tonight, hey?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "For what?" He's like, "Darts." I'm like, "I don't play darts." But thanks.
Crazy. Yeah, so it was a great experience. Some of the players from the field were staying at the hotel, so it was really great. So we got there on the Friday, went down to the downtown Toronto and checked things out in Liberty Village and on the west side of town. But it was such a travel from the hotel that we only made it down twice downtown. But then Saturday night, the golf experience, Saturday, Sunday, was just, I mean, I don't think Canadian golf fans could ask for much more.
No, that was awesome, man. And it was like, there was a good, solid amount of like really good golfers there too. Like Rory put on a show, Cam Smith's unreal. I mean, that final group too. Can you ask for really a better one?
On 17T, sitting there, Rory McIlroy and Justin Thomas, two guys who will go down for 100 years, hundreds of years in the game of golf, are standing on that tee tied with 2 holes to go. Yeah. It was just incredible. And then you throw Tony Finau in the mix. I mean, that moment for Canadian golf fans and just for the PGA Tour with everything going on with the LIV Tour, the stars came out to play, man. And Sam Burns was in the second last group. It was amazing, man. The golf course was awesome. St. George's, I mean, that establishment that's got to be one of the nicer golf courses in Canada. I think it is ranked in the top 10, but man, that third hole was my favorite hole. I mean, I don't know if any come to mind, Nate, but that third hole, that par 3 with all the bunker complex on the left.
Yeah, that was a really cool hole.
Insane.
I was always just laughing, looking at it, being like, geez, what kind of number would I put up here?
Yeah.
What would I hit? How long was that one?
I think it was like 206.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah.
That'd be a tough one. Have to get out to Heavenwood. Pray.
No, it was a great experience. We went down to the Jays game on Monday, and they absolutely blew the wheels off the Orioles. And Cedric Mullins, if you're listening, we do apologize. We didn't mean anything. We were in the flight deck at the Rogers Center, and we absolutely gave it to Cedric Mullins for 7 innings. We
harassed the guy.
Yeah, the center fielder.
Hilarious. Then other people started getting in on it too.
I know.
That was so funny. Everybody just ripping Mullins. Greg starts yelling at him like, "Mullins!" And then I said something, and then we hear another guy from like a few rows down. He's just like, "Mullins, your ass!" It was hilarious.
So definitely, it spread like wildfires. The chirps to Cedric Mullins, but he's a good young player on the Orioles. Yes. But we'll get into MLB a little bit later. But all in all, quick trip, great trip. I'm definitely going to next year's Canadian Open. Rory's already announced he'll go back for the three-peat. And it's just north of that hotel, so probably going to be staying at that exact location.
What a beauty of a hotel.
No, it was truly incredible, man. But like we said, the hotel was amazing. The golf was truly incredible. And good to see Rory McIlroy win. But, Nate, we're going to move into quarter 1. We got NBA talk. Quarter 2, we got a little NHL. Quarter 3, we'll move into the MLB, the marathon of the MLB. And then quarter 4, we got the U.S. Open this week, Nate. So we'll talk a little bit about the U.S. Open. But starting things off in the MLB, Game 4 was going on. It was our first night in Toronto, Friday night, and Steph Curry absolutely went bananas, 43 points. Yep. They steal Game 4 in Boston, tied the series up, and then flipped a switch to Monday night, and Golden State gets it done. And they're up 3-2. Andrew Wiggins had a good night. Steph was 0 for 9 from downtown, so that's got to feel good for the Warriors if your best player is 0 from beyond the arc, and you still grab the win. But they're heading into Boston tonight, Nate, for Game 6, and it's starting to look like a Steph Finals MVP, 4th ring type of year.
Yeah, it is. I'm really hoping the Celtics get it done, though. Yeah, I want to see a Game 7. For sure. There's nothing better. Game 7 NBA final, dude. Oh my goodness, let's see it.
Best 2 words in sports.
Yeah,
Game 7.
Game 7. So
yeah, you'd have to think the Steph's going to have a better game. Yeah. They won't keep him off the scoreboard, but I don't think...
No way he's going to 0 for again.
No, and I just don't think Wiggins will have the same game that he had, and Clay played well. But yeah, in Boston, the crowd's going to be rowdy. They just need a gritty defensive effort. I could see this going 7 games, man, and then it's we'll see what happens in Golden State. But you never know; they may win it. That's why we'll watch. I'm so excited. It's been a great series, man.
Yep.
2 teams that are exciting to watch and have that star power. But no, we'll see who wins Game 7. NBA Finals moving into Game 7 tonight. So Game 6. I apologize. So the results will be out, and we will be able to bring that to you for Monday. But Nate. Some other news in the NBA. Floyd Mayweather announced this week that he's interested in purchasing an NBA team.
Yeah. I like it. Imagine Floyd Mayweather being your owner. I mean, I feel like he would put on... actually, I don't know.
There'd be strippers rolling around.
Yeah, it'd be a mess.
It would be. You never know. But, in terms of, how much money Floyd Mayweather has made from boxing, and he has the ability to buy... Yeah. Obviously, we talk about this, too. When athletes make a ton of money, they can invest it and obviously grow their fortune through different investments. And it's not just, pure salary. But, to buy an NBA team, we got to be talking, $3 billion.
Yeah. You'd have to. What would the low end team be like?
I'm trying to think. What did Jordan acquire the Hornets for? The valuations obviously, they probably fluctuate a bit, but the Sacramento Kings, for example, what would their valuation be?
You'd still have to think it would be at least well over 500 mil.
Oh my, right? I would think so.
And that's I'm just gonna pull it up here because I'm actually kind of curious to see. How much they would sell for and stuff, because think what would be the would you say the Lakers would probably be the most expensive team to purchase?
I think the Lakers are the highest valued, and I think the Celtics are up there as well. You'd have to think Golden State's kind of made a nice push.
Yep.
Sure. The Knicks.
Okay, so I've got all the evaluations here for all the teams. Let me just get to the actual. Okay, so even you look at the Raptors, they're 2.74 is their valuation. The Mavericks 2.72. So I'm gonna try and find a low end one here. Okay, so the Knicks are actually number 1.
Yeah,
6.12. Golden State 2.
Wow.
6 Bill. Lakers 5.6. Let me just get down to so it's Orlando still, they're 25th and they're 1.6 billion.
Yeah.
So the cheapest team is New Orleans Pelicans and they're still 1.5 bill. So that's
So Floyd's going to be dishing it out if he wants to acquire a team, and obviously he would target one that was for sale, and I'm not sure what the market is like right now for a professional sports team. I haven't really dove into that market.
No, nor I. His best chance probably would have been back in circa 2014 with the Clippers.
Yes,
they got sold for, I think they actually went for 500 mil then,
and that was when their owner.
Yes.
What was his name again? Stern. Something Stern. David Stern,
yeah, that's correct, I believe.
Yeah, so he was caught on phone. Anyway,
that was pretty messed up.
That was so messed up.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he was forced to sell the team. I'm not sure. Was it Steve Ballmer who purchased them?
That seems to sound right to me.
Yeah. I don't know if that's
a long time ago, though.
I'm not great with owners.
No.
I think it's Steve Ballmer.
Who is? Mark Cuban. That's about her.
No, exactly. And Michael Jordan. But but the Mavs trade Boban. So the Boban-Luka relationship has now concluded, but he's heading to Houston. They acquired Christian Wood, who's a solid power forward, kind of a power forward center mix, and it's nice because we looked at the Mavericks and he can score and he can, he's pretty versatile. So in terms of the Mavs kind of stacking up and giving Luka support, that is the the initiation of doing so. So yeah, it's nice to see Christian Wood find a new home, and that Houston team. What an absolute dumpster fire they are.
You know, a couple of the group chats were firing off last night when the trade got announced. And like, what is Houston thinking?
Yeah, man, he's a stud.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're like, geez, man, like that is an absolute steal.
Oh, exactly. And they just gave away a fleet of guys, which just seems the way of the road for the NBA. Like they'll take a bunch of depth guys, and Boban was. I mean, he's not a big minutes guy. I mean, obviously 7'4" and looks like an alien. But
yeah, he does.
In terms of
nose in the league.
Yeah, in terms of being a great basketball player, I don't think he is, but no, we'll continue to monitor the NBA Finals. Obviously, it's been a great Finals. Game 6 is yesterday night, tonight as we record. So we'll keep you updated, and hopefully the series isn't done when we come back to you guys.
Hoping for 7 for sure. So
yeah. All right, Nate, we're gonna move into quarter 2. It's the NHL. It's the NHL Stanley Cup Finals now, but before the finals, the Rangers were up 2-0 on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Kind of shocked the world. Have been on a great run, and the Lightning came back and won 4 in a row, head to the Stanley Cup Finals, head to their 3rd straight Stanley Cup Finals versus the Colorado Avalanche. It's going to be exciting, man. Game 1's in the rearview. It already happened. Obviously, Colorado won 4-3 in overtime. Burakovsky, your guy.
My guy.
That
guy is clutch, man. He will go games without doing anything, and then he'll just bag goals.
For sure. And this would have been I don't want to say fairly predictable, but I think if you were sitting in the offseason and picked 2 teams to go to the finals, I think these are 2 of a short list of teams that you would have picked to make the Stanley Cup Finals. Like
for sure.
I mean, we can complain about the format all we want. I mean, it has definitely dictated 2 of the best teams in the league.
Yeah, I mean, it's worked out. It's just odd with hockey generally. Those 2 best teams aren't going to make it.
No,
you
exactly.
can look at it at the start of the year and be like, okay, look at these 2. This is going to be unreal. They probably make it. So it's a Stanley Cup Final for the ages, an absolute grind.
Yeah.
But I don't know. How do you think it's going to go?
I think it's going to be a long series, man. I look at both teams. So, like, if we look at the forward depth of both teams, for me, it's pretty close. Yes. I think Tampa gets the upper hand just due to the fact that Nazem Kadri is out.
Yeah.
Nazem Kadri plays a huge role for, now they've got Rantanen playing on the second line as a centerman, which is, not his true position. Nope. And, Nazem Kadri, man, he's so impactful. And
what a season he had too, right?
Incredible season. And
just with Braden Point coming back as well.
Exactly, yeah. So, I would give the upper hand in the forward spot to the Tampa Bay Lightning. We look at the defensemen. I think that Colorado might have the best defense pair we've seen in recent history with Devon Taves and Cale Makar. But in terms of depth, I think it goes to Tampa as well.
Yeah. I think it's close though.
Any D core with Eric Johnson and Jack Johnson on it. I mean, those guys. Obviously they've had long, great careers, but I mean, you get that second pair. You got Sergachev on their third pair, who can look really good.
He's unbelievable, man. He could be a 1D.
Exactly,
in
man.
A lot of markets.
You got that Chernak and McDonough just banging bodies and being shut down machines at you too, and then you got
about McDonough.
Yeah, and then you got Victor Hedman, who's debatably one of the best shutdown guys in the league and can play just so in any type of style of game you want to play. So, I mean, it's close, man. Because I do think that Bowen Byram's great. I mean, Sam Girard they're missing, but it's close. Like we're going head to head with these 2 lineups. They're very, very close. They've got just top tier, world class talent on both sides of the puck. But then this is where it comes down to, man. I think that Tampa's got the major advantage in net.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's not even close.
Yeah.
Like I've said all year, I'm not particularly sold on Kemper. Even last night, it's not like there was anything too weak or anything, but it's just the fact that like you're looking at the shots on goal and it's like they've got 3 on 17 and you're like, man, like this, eventually this isn't going to work.
For sure.
And, I know they couldn't have paid Grubauer, but I think if they would have stuck with Grubauer, they'd be in a better spot. But at the same time, they're up 1-0 in the Stanley Cup Final, so we'll see what happens. If they can get it done with Kemper, then they get it done with Kemper. But I really didn't think it was going to happen. So
yeah, and I mean, it is worth noting Tampa has lost 3 game ones.
Yes.
In the playoffs so far, and I think that not a lot of it's talked about. I mean, the amount that this is talked about in other sports, especially NFL, is outrageous. But playing at altitude. And you don't really talk about it in hockey as much, but people note it. Like there is a major difference playing in Denver. So, we'll see. We'll see if Tampa can rebound and grab one. I mean, we know what they say. You're not out of it until you lose at home. So
exactly.
Obviously, it was a fantastic game one. I thought Colorado was going to run away with it, man. It was 3-1, and Tampa stuck with it. I mean, that block goal, that pass from Kucherov was just filthy.
Yeah, it was.
But
Val Nichushkin having the playoffs at the.
He's playing awesome, man.
Unreal.
Second
goal probably could have been stopped.
I think Kadri is striving to come back, but it's his thumb on his top hand, so it's like
it's tough.
with modern medicine. We'll see what happens with Nazem Kadri, but it's definitely been exciting, Nate. So what are your predictions? Let's get into it.
I want Colorado to win.
Okay.
I really, really do. I think they're gonna get it done. They, even watching last night, they just strike me as a team where it's like, all right, they
refuse.
Yeah, it's like, listen, we're done with this losing stuff. Like we're just coming, and I think they're gonna get it done. I want to say set in 7.
Okay.
Because you can't say it's not gonna go deep. You know what I mean? Like Tampa is gonna.
They're gonna win some games.
I feel like they'll probably win the next one. It could go 1-1-1-1 the whole way through.
For sure. I just hope that their goaltending is like doesn't kill them. I hope it's just not their. You know, I would hate to see Colorado lose solely because Kemper was bad or that Frank Hughes guy comes in and wasn't playing well. So honestly, I'm in the same boat. I would love to see Nathan McKinnon, Nova Scotia guy, grew up playing against the guy. I would love to see him have a cup.
Yeah.
Like that's obviously that's our only really attachment, and plus too, I mean, Tampa's had their glory. Like let's give some of the greats of the game.
Exactly.
Some rings. McKinnon's been so great for a decade now. It's crazy to think that.
Love to see Burakovsky get a second one too. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Beauty. But McCarr getting a cup this early too.
Oh. Yeah, it's just he's gonna go down as one of the greatest.
And there's an outside chance he wins Conn Smythe.
Definitely. Yeah, a lot of chatter about it. So
yeah, I shouldn't even say outside chance. There's a pretty inside chance.
Yeah. He's been incredible. All right, Nate, and we looking at it too. It is worth noting that McDavid's gonna win the scoring race of the playoffs.
Yeah,
and it won't even be close.
It's ridiculous. Played 4 games out of the 3rd round, and it's crazy, man. Yeah. Unless you get like McCarr, somebody going off, but like we said, I don't see him getting 10 points in the final. It's gonna be a difficult task. So.
All right, Nate, that'll conclude quarter 2
of
episode 46, episode David Krejci of the Daily Intermission podcast. So we're going to move into the halftime show, and this is a new segment for everyone.
Yeah, this is jersey number mathematics, popularly known on TikTok. If you follow the TikTok, you've seen this before.
For sure.
So basically,
it's a challenge.
You're right, it's a challenge. You get one jersey number wrong, you're screwed.
Well, that's just it.
So basically, we're going to ask each other 2 players, so you have to think up what their jersey number is, and then whether it's like, for an example, we'll say like Michael Jordan plus Sidney Crosby.
Yeah.
You got to come up with a number. So not only are you going to get the jersey number, but you got to get the...
which would be 110 for all the folks back home.
Yes.
All right, Nate, do you want me to start things off?
Sure.
All right, we're going Bobby Orr multiplied by Jaylen Brown.
Oh, shoot. Is that... oh, boy. I'm going to say, I'll be honest, I'm struggling on Jaylen Brown right now, but I think I've got it. Okay. I'm just trying to think the math up here. I'm going to say 28.
You're correct.
Okay.
You're correct.
Let's go.
Yeah, 4 times 7.
Okay.
Yep.
That, wow. I really didn't think I was going to get that one, to be honest with you. All right, we got for you, Greg, Artemi Panarin plus Mika Zibanejad.
Okay. So Zibanejad has slipped my mind because every time I look, I think he's 93. And Panarin, this is where it's going to get interesting. Is he 11 or is he 13?
That's for you to decide.
I think he's 11, and I think I'm going to go with 104.
It's 103. He's number 10.
Wow. Oh, that is so tough.
You were so close, though. It's so hard, man.
Oh.
Because as soon as you get... Yeah, anyway, I think everyone's gathered the idea here if you're incorrect. But.
All right, Nate. Yeah. We are going Vladimir Guerrero Jr. plus Al Horford.
Okay. Okay, so we've got... I know Horford's 42.
Yep.
And Guerrero's 27.
Yep.
So now it's just my quick math here. So 40 plus 20 is 60. 62 plus 7, I'm going to say 69.
That's correct.
Okay. That's nice.
That's 2 for 2.
Yeah, I'm hot here. Really good at math. Okay. This one should probably be a layup.
Okay.
Cooper Kupp.
Okay.
Subtract Xander Bogaerts.
8.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. I probably should have thrown in a multiplication on that one. You know what? You get a 10 and a...
For sure.
But you know what? That's done. And that's
this might be greasy.
Okay.
Magic Johnson minus Alex Ovechkin.
Okay. I'm hoping and I'm thinking that Magic Johnson is 23 or 24. I could be completely wrong, but I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say 16.
It was 24. Magic Johnson was 32.
Okay.
So not bad.
So
I mean, you just had the flip-flop.
Yeah, I did the old classic, off.
For sure.
Okay. That's close. 2 for 3. Okay, this one also could be a bit grease.
Okay.
Juan Soto multiplied by Babe Ruth.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you, man. I don't know what number Juan Soto wears.
Okay, you got Babe Ruth though.
I don't know what Babe Ruth. So
I didn't either.
So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Babe Ruth wore number 1, and I'm gonna go with 1.
Okay, it is 66. It's 22 multiplied by 3. Babe Ruth was 3. Juan Soto was 22.
Okay. All right.
What number did you think Soto wore?
I was thinking 33, 27.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotcha. All right. Yeah, I like it.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Well, I mean, that's just it. All right. And Peyton Manning minus Tom Brady.
Oh shoot. Peyton Manning, dude. I'm thinking all I can think is Eli at 10. And I was like, well, I think it'll be -2. Oh no. No. Peyton Manning. Dude, I can't even think of his number right now. I'm gonna go with oh, come on, Nathan. Oh wait, Peyton. Is it 6?
That is correct. 18 minus 12.
Let's go. I'm a stick. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Cale Makar multiplied by Alexander Ovechkin.
64.
Yes. Nice.
Jackie Robinson multiplied by Kawhi Leonard.
Oh no. Is that 84?
Correct.
Okay. Holy hell, man. This is ridiculous. Okay, last one for you. Jason Tatum plus Klay Thompson.
So it's 0 plus, I think Klay wears 11. 11.
So going with 11? You're correct.
Yeah.
Nice.
Jersey numbers are tough, man.
Dude, that was, I'll be completely honest with you there. Like, there was a few of those I was completely and utterly guessing on.
Oh, for sure.
How I got Peyton Manning, I have no idea.
That is awesome.
That's good stuff.
That's
awesome. A fun segment, man.
Oh, that is a good segment.
Stuff. I'm sure it's really fun to listen along to, too.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a real brain buster, for sure.
No, that was good stuff. But that'll conclude the halftime show, episode 46, season 2 of the Daily Intermission podcast. We're going to move right into quarter 3, which is Major League Baseball. And we'll talk a little bit about the game we went to and the experience of being at a live ball game. So if you're ever in Toronto, I would recommend, Nate and I paid $16 a piece for MLB tickets, went to the flight deck, which is in the outfield of Toronto. You stand with a bunch of fans, you have a few pints, and you absolutely enjoy the game. They're not the greatest seats in the world.
Tough to see.
Tough to see.
But, you know, I mean,
for $16.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, we were getting content. So
exactly.
You know, it's like, are we going to go sit in the seats and leave the seats all the time? That's definitely the spot to be for that.
And another thing too, Nate, is like in the position we were, you know, we had a few afternoon pints. We were there. I find baseball is it's a challenging game to kind of be glued into for the entirety of the. It's not like there's action always going on. You know, an at bat might be 12 pitches, and you're just kind of
you're like, oh, another foul ball.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's the slowest of the big four. Don't get me wrong. Still enjoy being there, and it was an absolute pumping. We saw hits after hits after hits.
It was outrageous.
But
Poor
no,
old Mullins. Ball will go to left field. We gotta get there, Mullins.
Yeah, exactly. So center fielder for the Orioles is still going to be tough. But Nate, what do you think that, like, we were talking about that a bit in the crowd? What is it like to be in the Baltimore Ravens room or the Baltimore Orioles room right now?
I don't know. That's what I was thinking. I mean, like, you kind of break it down. You're like, all right, this team's awful. You know, the upward trend doesn't appear to be coming relatively soon.
No,
I mean, I'm not going to say it's a garbage city, but it's like got to be one of the worst cities that has an MLB team. You know?
Yeah,
Baltimore,
I mean, yeah. I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I've never been there, and I don't really know. But yeah, I mean, in terms of like what you hear about Baltimore, I don't think it would be like a crazy good market to play in. No, I know the Ravens fans are amazing. Yeah. It just doesn't seem like the Orioles do have good attendance. Yeah, but they're just. I was kind of thinking of it outside of like the living aspect, just the division that they're playing in. Like, I mean. Like how do you compete? I mean, and it doesn't look like, I mean, the Yankees and Red Sox, it seems like will always be there, and then the Jays look like they've got a bright future of a 5-year run here, and the Rays just seem to pull out, you know, rabbits out of there
here and play some Moneyball stuff, and are just in the running every year.
So it's just been tough for the Orioles, man. I just keep saying Ravens, two birds, and I'm mixing up. But no, it's, you know what? It'd be tough to be an Oriole right now. But Cedric Mullins is one of the bright spots there, and he absolutely got it.
Oh my!
During that
game.
Him up. We got to see Alek Manoah pitch for the Blue Jays, and he's having such an amazing season. His Cy Young season, he's 8-1 with a 1.67 ERA. I mean, just truly incredible. The guy's got junk. And the Jays have to be extremely happy with what they've got there. Something they're not extremely happy about is Hung Jae Ryu is done for the season. So he signed a big deal, $80 million deal with the Blue Jays. Hasn't really panned out. He came in from the Dodgers to be kind of their guy, and hasn't really been great. So, they're going to go without him, but they've got Gausman, they've got Manoah, they've got Kikuchi.
I'm not great on
from
that
the Mariners
either. Yeah.
I think it's Kikuchi.
I mean, I think they're going to be okay. I mean,
chicken strips.
Yeah, stripling.
Yeah.
I don't think they're like in any dire needs immediately.
No.
I think maybe trade deadline, you probably address it.
For sure.
You pick up somebody. There's got to be somebody available for sure.
For sure. Like a 4 or 5 guy from somewhere.
Yeah. Yep. So I think they'll be okay. And, we'll see what happens. It's a shame, though. It sucks for a guy this early in the year, too. It's like you're done for the year. It's like, geez, man.
And if it's Tommy John, I mean, we're looking at over a year. What is that, like 16 months of recovery from a Tommy John? So
it's a long time.
Tommy John
surgery. How many surgeries in Lou Gehrig's disease?
Oh, yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, it's what's that? ALS, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Is Lou Gehrig's disease? That's what everybody.
But
calls
the Tommy John surgery, like how many? I would want to know how many pitchers a year get that done.
Yeah.
It like repairs like your forearm.
Yeah.
All the muscles there.
What would be your guess?
I would say 2 to 3 guys get it done a year.
It seems like
maybe even more.
So yeah, it could be a few outside.
Tommy John. Who's Tommy John?
I don't know. Let me just, that's another thing worth pulling up.
Yeah, it is. Who is Tommy John, and what is this guy's story? I mean, you're getting one of the famous pitcher. I mean, it's funny that quarterbacks never really get Tommy John, but
yeah, that's fair enough, eh?
Yeah, but I mean, they're not throwing 100 times I mean, they might, but a lot of them, they're not like heaters. Like there's some finesse balls, and anyway.
So the procedure was devised in 1974. By orthopedic surgeon Frank Jobe, an LA Dodgers team physician.
Okay.
It is named after the first baseball player to undergo the surgery.
Okay.
Major League pitcher Tommy John.
Okay.
So who would have thought? Whose record of 288 career victories ranked 7th among left-handed pitchers.
Wow.
The initial operation, John's successful post-surgery career, and the relationship between the two men is a subject for a 2013 ESPN 30 for 30. So that's probably worth checking out.
Yeah, cool.
To be completely honest.
Tommy John. So that's it. Former pitcher in the league, lefty, got it done in
Tommy John.
1974.
I believe that was right.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, he's also when I was pulling up that what year do you think Babe Ruth was born?
This is in the 1800s.
Yep.
1883.
1895.
Wow.
Another interesting fact I pulled up. I just pulled up these things when I was looking at his trying to get his jersey number.
Yeah.
He ended up passing away due to cancer in 1946, I believe. But he was one of the first people ever, just due to his notoriety, to have the mixture of chemotherapy and like
radiation.
Radiation and like pills at the same time.
Okay.
So he was one of the first people ever to have that, which was
wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's a fun fact for you.
Yeah. So cool.
Babe Ruth, what a vet, what a legend. Man, the 2021 MLB champs, the Braves, not the Twins.
Yeah.
Got the Twins on the mind.
I wish.
The Braves won 13 in a row, man.
Heating
they're
up.
absolutely heating up, man. And they're doing this all without, obviously, their first baseman, Freddie Freeman, who they absolutely dealt the wheels off of. But, they got a good team, man. And Alex Anthopoulos, I mean, he put together a great team here in Toronto when he left Atlanta. I mean, he's a nice architect, man. And I don't know if they've got the team to go back-to-back, but certainly 13 games in a row is going to put you in position to be in the playoffs.
For sure. It's good to see Acuna Jr. back, too.
Yes.
Last year.
For sure.
Mean, like, they pulled it off without him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, here we go.
Ozzy Albies a stud.
Yeah.
Nate, I did want to mention Manny Machado. I mean, he's coming up frequently, like Aaron Judge. I mean, both guys have just had absolute monster seasons, but he's the 17th player in the history of the game with 1,500 hits and 250 home runs before the age of 30. The Padres look good. He feels good. It feels like Tatis Jr.'s right around the corner, and the Padres, man, I mean, they might make it a little noise. I mean, they're obviously playing in an absolute monster of a division, but
yes.
Manny Machado.
Manny. That's a guy's jersey I'd mix in if I do my next little run of them. Machado.
Yeah.
Have a Padres one. I think that would be great. Although it would be tough probably not to get it to Tatis.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got that like 15-year contract. That jersey's safe and you're not losing the guy. So
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, in other news, the Yankees are still a fire wagon.
Dude, their record is just what is it, 46-16?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just unbelievable.
Jays too. Like
they're having such a great year,
dude. The Jays are 37-25, and I believe
9 games back.
9 games back. Yeah, that is quick math right there, folks. It's wild, man.
It's absolutely insane. And
I did want to I have not paid a lot of attention to the Reds, and I gave them a lot of heat here.
I think they've been playing better.
They've been doing fine.
Yeah,
they're 23-40. I mean, this team started 3-22. So
they've had a winning record since
I called them dog water of the month.
Yes, for sure. And it was fair. I mean, if you have 3 wins in a month, I mean, or in, over a month, then they certainly were credited with that name. But Nate, that's going to conclude the MLB. We'll keep checking in. Obviously, the marathon continues. The teams play every day. So if you're looking to bet on MLB too, we'll be live on the line tomorrow at noon, or today, I should say. And we'll be giving out some best bets. I'm assuming we'll both have an MLB bet to juice up.
You'd be darn straight.
Yeah.
I might be looking at some chicken strips strikeouts tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's either Aaron Judge hitting a home run or Aaron Judge striking out 3 times. So I might get all over Stripling tomorrow. We'll see what happens here. The chicken strip master.
Nate.
We shall see.
So we're gonna move into quarter 4. We're gonna talk a little PGA Tour golf, and obviously Rory McIlroy wins the Canadian Open. Crowds loved it. He was an absolute monster. We were watching Justin Rose as well. Justin Rose had an opportunity, and Nate gave out Justin Rose as the best bet, which was just absolutely outrageous because he shot 60 on the final day. He should have shot 59. He went bogey on 16, birdie on 17, bogey on 18 to shoot 60. 3 eagles. He holed out for eagle on the first hole. 3 eagles in a round.
Dude, ridiculous.
By the way, I just want to mention too, I missed like a 7-foot uphill eagle on 17 yesterday. I nearly threw my putter through a tree.
You say a 7-foot uphill for eagle?
Just left it to just below that red pin.
Yeah. And what hole was it?
On 17.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That would have paid.
Probably would have paid. So obviously it wasn't feeling great, but it feels good to get a birdie. But the eagle is what you're there for. And anyway,
yeah, I had just to quickly touch on that too. I had one of the funniest. I think you guys were teeing off on 18. We were going up 14.
Yep. I
had one of the funniest 7-wood shots of all time. I don't know. I got under it so much. The thing went 40 yards and probably 100 yards in the air. Just complete pop-up. And I was like, all right.
Was it out of the rough?
It was just kind of like buried down a bit, so it wasn't like great. And or maybe it was like elevated a little bit. I can't really remember, but it wasn't really, well, yeah, it was in the rough, just on the left side there. And I was like, okay, well, we're going to try this again. And I got a green in almost regulation.
The Heavenwood.
Yeah.
But no, Rory had a big win. And now we've got the major, 3rd major of the year. It's crazy to think that it's the 3rd major already, and it's the U.S. Open. And this is the big test. This is the core, of course, that people have nightmares over. The rough is long, the greens are lightning fast, and the USGA puts on an absolute clinic here with the U.S. Open. It's held at Brookline. It's called the Country Club, which I just think is just sick.
That is sick.
Yeah, it's hosted just outside of Boston at the Country Club. And if you've ever seen the movie with Shia LaBeouf, it's probably my favorite golf movie. I know it's a cold take. People love Happy Gilmore, but in terms of serious golf movies, the greatest game ever played, and Shia LaBeouf plays as Francis We Met, and it's about a kid who lived across from the Country Club, and he ends up winning the U.S. Open versus 2 absolute legends of the game. But yeah, that movie, Greatest Game Ever, it's hosted here at Brookline. Tom Brady's a member. A lot of history here. We saw Colin Morikawa, Rory McIlroy are floating around the leaderboard right now. But Nate, who are your one and done picks?
My one and done is John Rahm.
Okay, as is mine.
Yeah. I mean, I just kind of had to. I mean, he's looking to go back to back.
Yep.
I just saw Rory go back to back. I just got this hunch. I also just don't have a whole lot in the pipeline. I don't think I would have taken Rahm, honestly. I don't know.
Yeah. I've been using guys.
Somebody else like available, I probably wouldn't have. But
I've been using bullets, and it just seems like this course, and it seems like the game of John Rahm is like enough to be like top 25 worst comes worst.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
sure.
He just seems like he's a safe guy with winning upside.
Yeah. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
How about James Piot?
How's he playing?
He's 1 under.
Okay.
For the first round.
Amateur?
Yeah, I believe so. Because he was in the, remember we were looking at the featured groups?
Group, yeah.
And
How's Stuart Hagestad doing? He's an amateur.
That's going to be a...
He might be just go
I got him. He's even.
Oh, is he?
Yep.
He was 3 under at 1 point.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So
wow.
Who's leading Nate right now?
We have Callum Tarrant.
Okay.
He's 3 under.
Yeah, British guy.
Yeah, 31 years old from Radford. Straight out of Radford. We got Lingmerth, who I've never heard of, in second.
David Lingmerth, yeah, okay, yeah, Swedish guy.
Rory right there is also tied for first.
Cool.
Humming.
I think Rory's he might go back to back.
That would be so sick, man.
I know.
Be so sick.
Rory, and he's just been shoving it down the Livs tours. Like, I don't want to hear about it. He's like, anyway, it's been amazing. I hope all the Liv guys just absolutely MC hammer too.
Yeah. Well, that thing is it's so weird.
It's a bit of a joke.
A bit?
Yeah, it's a bit of a joke.
It's such a joke.
All right, Nate. Well, we've missed a week. We're back in the mix. My fire wagon of this week, that'll conclude quarter 4, by the way, but my fire wagon this week, it's Rory McIlroy, man. Winning back-to-back Canadian Opens. Loved, just hyped up the fans in Canada. You know, he's just been playing such good golf. Winning the Canadian Open for back-to-back, obviously there was a 3-year gap, but man, even just watching that guy is such a stud.
Oh, he's such a swag machine out there, man. It's unbelievable. That was actually going to be my fire wagon as well.
I'll take him.
Well, I will, but I'll also mix in Cameron James Smith.
Okay.
My favorite golfer.
Yeah.
What an absolute beauty of a guy.
Oh, yeah.
Giving me the knuckles. Still haven't washed the hand. It's probably hard to see here, but this thing is completely dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, just haven't washed it.
So a couple stories from the Canadian Open. So the first day we get there on Saturday, we start following around Cam because he made the cut on the number. He wasn't playing that well. And we're watching him. I think it was the 8th hole. Anyway, we're following him pretty closely just around the golf course. And he is in this hay. And he chips in. And it was the most outrageous chip in because when you're looking at this rough, it's so long. And when you're playing on this fast at greens and the pin's like 5 feet away, you're like, man, like hopefully they can get it stopped like within like 10, 12 feet. And he just puts it in the hole. And it's like... thanks, guys.
I was, some of the guys were asking like how fast the greens were there, and I was just like, I was pointing from like the blue tees last night to like the reds. I was like, if they were hitting a putt like that, I was like, you'd literally just like, you know, just touch it.
It looks like it's in slow motion because it's like a marble rolling on a floor.
Yes.
Like it just doesn't stop.
It's so crazy. I just try to figure how I would putt there, and it would be so bad.
But the good thing about it is it holds its line. Like I don't know if you have a putt on a line and it's slow, it'll just die off or it'll just not get there. I like the.
That's true.
I obviously this isn't a shot at our home course. I just wish the greens were a bit faster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But
some Avon Valley ones.
I do like the speed of them. It's just the fact that the architecture of them, like they're turtle backed, so it's like
so even if they
when you get to the
speed,
side of it, they just fall off into the rough. It's just Anyway,
it's like a bunch of sevens.
But like a turtle back, so it's like Anyway, it's just outrageous. Oh, it's outrageous. Dog water of the week, Nate. I'm gonna stay in the golf world. It's gonna be Phil Mickelson. He's dead to me, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah, and Bryson DeChambeau, the pair of them.
Okay, I was gonna take the DeChambeau.
Okay.
You know, screw him.
No, man.
Like just to like, what was it? Like he came out and said he wasn't going. Yeah. Like a bunch of guys did.
They all pled their allegiance to the PGA Tour.
And then just bailed. DJ included. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a weird thing going on over there, and I don't know what what's the end goal over there. Like this seems more like now it's just a competition.
Yep.
Amongst them. I honestly kind of wish the guys on the tour would just kind of like everyone would just stop paying attention, like even speaking of it. You know what I mean? I would just prefer like a no comment, like don't even give them anything.
Yeah, it's a fascinating duel of two leagues that we haven't seen in a long, long time, and we know where we stand. So anyway, that'll conclude episode 46, season 2 of the Daily Intermission podcast. We're back on Monday. Listen, everyone, enjoy your weekends. We appreciate you listening. Give it a 5-star rating. Go follow us on our socials, and we'll be back.
We will be so back.